Salt and pepper. Peas and carrots.
I was like, there's no such thing as a dumb question, but that's pretty close. What in the world is going on in here? So right now everybody's in the hallway with shoes on. Why?
Tornado warning.
We're under a tornado warning. The weird thing is, it's not normally if there's tornado warnings. Whoa, my hair! I promise I haven't been hit by a tornado. I'm gonna have to do something about this. I didn't realize my hair was so crazy. Better. Anyways, so there's really no wind or anything. Ooh, my hair's still crazy. Y'all, I can't fix it. It's this humidity. There's no wind or anything. So I don't know what's going on. Normally, if there's a tornado warning, it's kind of windy and there's stuff going on. You can tell, hey, there's a reason there should be a tornado warning. But there's nothing. So it's kind of a little bit eerie and spooky. This is our standard. We go to the hallway. We need to shut that door and that door, please. Just so you know, this isn't trash. That's a bag of clothes that we need to parse through. You want to go in the tomato?
Good morning. Well, it's been kind of a quiet day. The girls had some friends over earlier and just not a whole lot going on. There has been a constant threat of thunderstorms and rain all day, and there's going to continue to be that way for pretty much the whole rest of the week. So it kind of puts a damper on wanting to make plans to do things because you never know if one of these storms is just going to pop up and all of a sudden the bottom's going to drop out and there'll be thunder and lightning and just torrential rain. We got like 3 inches of rain in 2 hours yesterday or the day before. Crazy. So a week or two ago, I put together some chicken and dumplings in the Instant Pot. Didn't really go through what all I put in it. Turned out really good, and we want to do this again. I love this thing. So chicken and dumplings is one of those meals that can probably be made a bunch of different ways, but what we're doing is really, really simple. So the base of this really isn't much more than a couple of chicken breasts, some chicken broth, and frozen peas and carrots. So all this is going to go in the Instant Pot for maybe 20 minutes or so, and then we'll go ahead and put in the dumplings, which are actually frozen little strips. We'll break those up, add some more salt and pepper to taste. That's actually pretty much the whole recipe. It's probably going to need to be thickened after that, and I'll add in potato flakes for that. Traditionally, you would take the juice out and make some kind of a roux or a gravy with cornstarch or something, but that's not going to work for Lisa. Potato flakes add flavor, and if you don't stir it in all the way, the little clumps that it makes are a lot tastier than when you don't stir cornstarch in the right way. Not that I ever fail to stir it really good. One of the things that's so great about this recipe is how far it stretches ingredients. I mean, we're going to get 2 full meals for 5 people out of 3 chicken breasts. It doesn't look like a lot when it's in the pot, but once you've shredded it up and all the vegetables come together, it's a really good meal. Salt and pepper, peas and carrots, and chicken broth. This isn't pouring fast enough. I need to help. Much better. Easy. I'll just sit here and watch the clouds pass by while I wait. Luke?
What?
Did you blow something up?
I blowed it up. This and this.
Anyway, that was peaceful and not peaceful at the same time. But my Instant Pot has finished its 25 minutes, whatever I set it to, cook time for the chicken. So it's cooling down right now and releasing the pressure. And so while I wait a minute before I flip the vent on it, I'm getting my frozen dumplings ready. So we like this Mary B's brand. I'm sure there are other ones that are, just as good. It's not like there's a lot of ingredients in them. So these are essentially just a really simple noodle, more or less. I'm going to take the frozen ones, snap them in half, throw them in here, put it on saute, let everything come up to a boil. That'll make these really good. And here comes the most exciting part of any Instant Pot meal. Flavor. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this chicken out, shred it, get this thing back up really hot so it can be cooking those noodles. Noodles, dumplings, whatever they are.
I knew it was chicken.
Yep. It's also so tender that a fork is probably not gonna be the best way to get this out. Tongs. Yep, that's so tender. And there's only one way to shred chicken, like Wolverine. I mean, could that be more perfectly shredded? So when Lisa's shredding a lot of chicken, she likes to use the KitchenAid, which can do it pretty quickly too, but I like to use the claws. Chicken's good. It's just chicken, salt and pepper. Try some chicken. Did you even taste it? So this has been simmering for a really long time now. That's not even a simmer, that's like a boil. But my noodles, dumplings, whatever they are basically cooked. They're nice and tender. My broth has actually thickened up a little bit. Looks really good. I'm going to add a little bit of potato flakes to thicken it just a little bit further, but it's really not going to take much, just like a sprinkle until it looks right. Luke, what you think of the chicken and dumplings? Is it good?
The best food ever.
It is? Thank you. Did I not give you enough? Yeah, Olivia.
That's kind of gross.
At least she didn't stick her head in the pot. No. Yeah, so dinner turned out really good. I kind of showed you all the finished product, but we wanted to eat. It was really, what are we doing?
Making it so Olivia can be
There. No, it was really good.
Yum. I need more. More.
So I guess we're going to make that Sunday night also?
Yeah. I was hoping to have it for dinner tomorrow,
I don't
but
think there's quite enough. I'll have it for lunch tomorrow.
yeah. Or I could just have it like seconds, thirds, fourths.
Something. Olivia.
I already did that. Just kidding.
Good morning. It's not leftovers if you've got new biscuits. Then it's new-overs. Lisa was making fun of me for a discussion I was trying to have with her about why the colors bunched together the way that she was doing it.
This is cheap yarn, y'all. It's like shredding when I do it. It actually says Super Saver on it. My guess that means cheap yarn. I randomly found it. I don't know why I had it. Do you know why I had it?
I'm sure it was for some project we didn't do.
And I found it and I was like, and like 20 minutes before I found the hook over here, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to do this for a little bit just because I can.
So as part of getting the curriculum ready for the fall and the lesson plans and all that, the other part is kind of getting the room ready. And there's lots of stuff in here that doesn't apply to the semester coming up, and you just want to get it out of the way. And sometimes you find buried treasure. One thing we've also done is begin to dismantle part of the arcade cabinet that we haven't used in a little bit. So a long time ago I had this really ugly black arcade cabinet in here that I built, and it wasn't very functional and it looked terrible, and so I built this as kind of a replacement on the stipulation that it would have some other purpose, that purpose being this drawer down here, kind of a hope chest type deal. Unfortunately, the doors didn't quite work the way I intended them to, and so it was hard to get it out. But I've taken this drawer out, and we're hoping to stash some school supplies under here if I don't take this thing out altogether. There's actually a problem with the monitor that I need to fix at some point, and it's going to be kind of a hassle to get the board out and have to unsolder a bunch of stuff and just technical garbage things. But yeah, it's a drawer. We can use that.
I want to know who knows how to crochet. Does anybody know how to crochet, or am I weird?
I don't.
Well, you're questioning why the colors are grouped together.
My question was not so much about the colors grouping together, but...
Well, no, that was precisely your words. He goes, well, how is it that there's a couple of stitches together that are the same color? And I'm like, because there's lengths of thread that are the same color? I was like, there's no such thing as a dumb question, but that's pretty close.
The intent was more questioning, how does the stitch work so that you end up with these clumps that don't seem to go from one section to the other? The answer being the number of loops.
The yarn is the same.
Because the number of loops happen to coincide with the length of the color and the black, and that's just, the way your eye works when you see it together. I knew what she said, I just wasn't thinking, because it was lunchtime and I was hangry. But on the topic of being hangry, biscuits. For for my chicken and dumplings. Are those brown enough?
Good boy.
Lauren, why did you teach that to the cat?
Cute. Come grab it. Good boy.
Good morning. So it is Thursday, and that means I have cutie patooties.
I'm not a cutie patootie.
You're not a cutie patootie? I think you're a cutie patootie.
I'm not.
Luke, are you a cutie patootie?
Yes.
I have one Adeline and one cutie patootie.
I'm Luke. Look, I made
What is it?
a castle.
It's a castle?
2 castles in a row.
Okay.
Don't break it because there's lots of balls in it.
So it's super duper hot out. It is 105 degrees out. We are hanging out inside. I'd give anything to be able to let kids go outside and play. It's too hot. Lauren's been kind of in and out. Olivia and Elise are back here. Hello? Hello? What in the world is going on in here? I see a leg and a foot. What is going on? There's a fox. What does the fox say? Ow! Okay. Apparently it's time to hide in Luke's closet. What in the world is going on here?
A motorcycle simulator.
A motorcycle simulator?
2, 1, go.
I bet you anything I just broke the last clip. Don't eat bones! No!
This is chicken.
What are y'all doing with it now?
We're playing frosting. So I'm going to cut it in half.
The bread?
No.
It's later in the evening now. My sister and my mom have come over to share dinner with us. I've grilled some chicken. We've got some broccoli roasting in the oven. My mom's boiled some potatoes in the stove that we're going to toss with some butter. Should be a really good meal, but man, just beat. I was actually outside for a good bit of the afternoon taking some pictures of a facility where I work and new equipment and stuff that had come in. But it was like 100 degrees out there, and it just takes it out of you so quick. It's nice to be home in the cool air conditioning and not outside in the sun because it's still really warm even though the sun's gone down. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a good meal and just hanging out together as a family. Broccoli. I mean, you like broccoli, don't you? Mm-hmm. Apparently, because you ate it all. You had some too.
Yeah. No, it's funny. We had 5 kids just reaching up and grabbing broccoli and just popping it.
Yeah, I kind of thought we'd have a little bit left over for dinner tomorrow, but no. Everybody's been picking at it.
It's good.
But me too, but you know.
You'd walk by in 2 little hands, you grabbing and reaching as far as I could. You got the biggest one.
Broccoli. That was a lot of broccoli. I think in the end there was only like 4 or 5 pieces left, so we didn't even bother putting it up. We just tossed it with some avocado oil and some minced garlic and threw both the pans in the oven, I think at like 400 or 450, and just kind of watched it and stirred it. So it's real simple to put together and it's really tasty. Well guys, today instead of a shout out of the day, I'd like to ask all of y'all to remember our neighbor in prayer. He's recently been diagnosed with ALS, and that's really a devastating diagnosis. We've known him the entire time we've lived here, and it's just really sad to see somebody be stricken with something like that. It's really on our minds just how quickly life can change when you get an unexpected diagnosis like that. So please be praying for our neighbor. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thanks for joining us today. Good night.